Okay, let's cover the review for exam 3. We're going to start with, there's going to be multiple videos. I want to try to give the best opportunity here for y'all. I'm probably going to do one page at a time. That's how I'm going to do it. We've got a quadratic here in general form, and we want to create a standard or vertex form of this. Well, to do that, we need to find the vertex first. Okay, so let's do that. So given f of x is x squared plus 5x minus 2, we need to find h, because our vertex is hk. And so let's find out what our vertex is. H is negative b over 2a. If you don't know this, make sure it's on your note card. B is 5, so negative 5 over 2 times the coefficient of x squared is 1. So my h is negative 5 halves, or you can go ahead, because it is a terminating decimal, you can turn it into negative 2.5. Either way, okay? So there is, you can put either one of those in here. I'm going to put negative 2.5, since I know the majority of you will use the decimal. Now let's find our k. Sorry, k is equal to f of h, and our h is negative 2.5, so f of negative 2.5. So we're going to take negative 2.5 and plug it in everywhere there's an x. Negative 2.5 squared plus 5 times negative 2.5 minus 2. Negative 2.5 squared is negative 6.25. Now, what did I just do wrong there? I put in negative 2.5 squared. I did this on purpose. I wanted you to see that if you don't put the negative in, it's not going to square the negative because it's not in parentheses. So this is wrong. It's actually positive 6.25. 5 times negative 2.5 is negative 12.5, and then minus 2. So now I'm just going to add all those up. Plus 6.25 minus 2 is negative 8. I'm going to put that here, negative 8.25. Okay. So we have found the vertex, and we can now write our function in vertex or standard form. The coefficient of x squared is our a. No matter what, we don't have to find a here. A is given. Okay, so it is a 1 for the a, and then we just need x minus h. H is negative 2.5. That is squared plus k. So I'm going to give this to you. A x minus h squared plus k, because I know I spoke to a student yesterday who forgot to look for their a. And then minus 8.25. Let's just clean this up. Please don't leave it in this manner. If you can math it, math it. X plus 2.5 squared minus 8.25. And there is my rewrite in standard form. Next thing we need to do is determine whether there is a min or a max. Well, it all depends on a. Because my a is positive, that means that my quadratic is going to be opening up. Okay, so we have a min. The min is the vertex. The min, we have a min of, and this is where we put our y value for our vertex, min of negative 8.25 at x equals negative 2.5. Okay. Next thing we need to find is the axis of symmetry. And the axis of symmetry is a dotted line. It's a faux line that literally cuts the quadratic in half. And if you think about any lines that are x equal, say 2, that's a vertical line. So the axis of symmetry has to be written as x equals whatever the h is for your vertex. If you just write negative 2.5, I'm going to think you have no clue what you're talking about. Okay, so put the x equals. The next part is determine the domain and range. The domain for any quadratic is always the same. There's no thinking here. They're continually going forever and ever, amen. The range completely has to do with where's my vertex? Where is the Y value for my vertex? And because we have a min, think about it, it's from you're coming up and you're moving up. So what's the lowest point for my vertex? And it is negative 8.25, and it is included. And then it's going north forever. Okay, that's it for that one. Let's go to 2. 2 is they're giving us the vertex and a point, and they want us to create vertex form, general form, whether there's a min or max and what the value is, find the axis of symmetry, and domain and range. All right, so HK, which is our vertex, is -2, -1. And then we have another point that we're going to use to find our A. And that is -4, 3. All right. So putting it in vertex form, let's do that first. F of x is equal to A. Remember, it's x minus h. So x minus our h is -2 squared plus k would be -1. Let's clean this up. X plus 2 squared minus 1. Now we can find our A using this other point. This is X, this is Y, so 3 goes in the place of my F of X. X is -4. And let's just math. -4 plus 2 is -2. Add 1 to both sides. 4 equals -2 squared, again, parentheses, or just know that it's going to be a positive, 4A. Divide both sides by 4. So A is 1. All right, so my vertex form, I'm going to come up here and do that, is F of X, X plus 2 squared minus 1. Next thing we want to do is find the general form. Well, that's just expanding the form we have here. So F of X is equal to, we've got X plus 2 times X plus 2. Please don't just do X squared plus 2 squared. Oh my God, don't do that, please. That's how I feel every time I see that. FOIL, box, distribute, pick a word, pick a method, multiply those two binomials out. You should come out with a trinomial when you're done with it. Please stop. X squared plus 4x plus 4. When you're done distributing, that's what you should have for multiplying these two. Don't forget to bring down your -1. Now let's clean this up. X squared plus 4x plus 3. There is my general form of my quadratic. The next thing, min or max. We've got a min here again because my x squared is positive. All right. And my vertex is -2, 1. So I've got -2, +1, -1. That's not a negative. It is -1. There, up, up. Okay. So what is my min? My min is -1 at x equals -2. You could say min of k at x equals h if you want to help support yourself on your note card. Next thing is axis of symmetry, and axis of symmetry is always x equals whatever the h value is for your vertex. The domain is always the same for a quadratic, -infinity to infinity. And then our range has to do with our vertex. Where is it starting? For this one, it's starting at -1, -1 included, to infinity. All right. Let's go to the next one. This one, I'm going to show you the graph. Just, it'll make it easier. Turn the vertex. The vertex is at 2, -3. List any zeros. Can't do that yet. This is going to be the last question on your exam for this type of problem. Determine the y-intercept. I don't even ask you this part because you're going to have to do it anyways, or find a point on the graph other than the vertex to find your A. Determine whether there's a min or max. There's a min of -3 at x equals 2. Axis of symmetry is x equals 2. That's your dotted line, the faux dotted line that cuts your quadratic in half. Determine the domain and range. The domain is always -infinity to infinity. The range, we've got a min, so it's going to start at -3 and goes to infinity. All right, now let's write our equation. I'm going to use the vertex and the y-intercept to write my equation. The vertex is to -3, and the y-intercept is 0, 1. All right, so we're going to put it in the format. F of x is equal to a, x minus h is 2, squared plus k is -3. Pause the video before my dog has a conniption. Okay. So let's find our a given our y-intercept. 1 is y. X's are going to be 0. This is going to be -2 squared is 4. So 4a minus 3, add 3 to both sides. This is going to be another one with, I'm sorry, I skipped a step. There we go. Divide by 4. A is 1. All right, so I'm going to write standard. Does it ask for the standard form? I just said write the equation. So yeah, I'm going to do vertex form. F of x is x minus 2 squared minus 3. There's my form. Now I can find my zeros. Now I can find my x-intercepts. Okay, to do that, I need to let my f of x equal 0. Add 3 to both sides. Take the square root of both sides to get rid of that square root, plus or minus of the constant. The square root and the square cancels. You get x minus 2. Go ahead and add 2 to both sides. 2 is plus or minus the square root of 3 is our zeros. So there you go. You've got 2 of them. All right, last one. Number 4, ball is thrown in the air from the top of a building. Its height in meters. We're dealing with meters and above the ground as a function of time in seconds. Meters and seconds. All right, is given by h of t, -4.9 t squared plus 24t plus 8. All right, how long does it take to reach max height? Well, this is time, so this is going to be our h. Our h is going to be represented in seconds. And remember, h is -b over 2a. My b is 24. Make sure they're in order. -24 over 2 times a. And I got, that doesn't make sense. Hold on. 24. It's going to be positive. Divided by 2 is 12. And divided by -4.9. That makes more sense. -2.4489. So I'm going to make this -2.45. All right, so this is a word problem. Please give me a sentence of some form to let me know what you know you're talking about. It takes this should be positive, 2.45 seconds to reach max height. That's all I need. Just a simple, I'm not grading punctuation, capitalization, any of that stuff. All right, the next part is, what is the max height? Max height is your K. K is going to be F or H of 2.45. So everywhere there's a T, we're going to put 2.45. All right, 2.45 squared times -4.9 plus 24 times 2.45 plus 8. It's 37.38. All right, let's answer the question. What is max height? The max height is 37.38, and it's meters. Lastly, how long does it take for the ball to hit the ground? This is where we solve for our zeros. You let your h of t equal 0. All right, your A is negative 4.9, B is 24, C is 8. The only way I'm going to do this is quadratic. If you don't know it, put it on your note card, negative B plus or minus the square root of B squared minus 4AC. All of that over to A. Make sure your line goes all the way over here. All right, so that is negative 24 plus or minus the square root of 24 squared minus 4AC. All of that over 2 times A. All right, I'm going to put what's underneath the radical in my calculator, 24 squared. It's going to be a plus because negative and negative. So plus 4 times 4.9 times 8 equals, and I'm going to take the square root of that, 27.07. So we've got negative 24 plus 2707 divided by 2 times 4.9 is 9.8, and it's negative. X equals, or T equals, sorry. And T equals negative 24 minus 27.07 divided by negative 9.8. Put each of those in the calculator. Negative 24 plus 27.07 equals divided by negative 9.8. If you try to put this all in at one time, it's going to be wrong unless you use parentheses around your numerator. So negative, if you don't get this, you did it wrong. Negative 0.313, and then the other one is negative 24 minus 27.07 equals, and then divide that by negative 9.8, 5.21. So what is this representing? This is representing time. How long does it take to hit the ground? Time cannot be negative, so this is not our option. So it takes 5.21, and we're measuring this in seconds, to hit the ground. Okay, that's page 1. We'll see you in the next one. Hopefully this worked for us.